Hey guys, it's me again, bro, yo, and this is another session for the nerds, and not just for the nerds, but all of you out there who want to get a better understanding of your PC. So today I'm gonna dedicate this session for Windows activation. Well, not really activating your Windows, but rather knowing whether your Windows is activated or not. First thing before I continue is that the moment your Windows isn't activated, you expect a watermark right here, or some computers would be right there, and they would indicate that your Windows is not activated, or time to time you realize that it's giving you a notification to activate your Windows. So that will tell you that your Windows isn't really activated, and this is because well, I don't know how to put it, but most of us are running on cracked Windows versions and stuff like that. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. So today, Windows activation, it's very simple. It won't even take you a second. You just have to look for this kind of icon. For those of you who are identify their things with icons, this is where you could do look for your where to find your system, whether to know whether your system is activated or not. So I'm gonna go in there, and as you can see right here in this page is where you'll find most of your computer's information, all you need to know about your system, your Windows version. As you can see, I'm running on Windows Pro right there. Yeah, I know, classic. Yeah, but all of you out there who are using other versions of Windows, it's not something to be, you know, feel down about, but you need to upgrade, sooner or later. So this is one of the best versions, well, yet, because I've heard that they have launched Windows 11. Yeah, and yeah, so pretty much it's not really the best right now. So yeah, as you can see, I can get all my system information right here, what I'm running with, what I'm using right here, my space, my RAM. Well, I'm not that high. I'm only on 2 gigabytes, and I have 1.84 usable right there. And this is Intel Core TM2 dual CPU. It's a 2.8 gigahertz. 2.8 gigahertz. So it's these are just the basic things that you guys should know. So you have a product key or you don't have a product key. What do you expect right here is that you'll have an like a bar where you will have to insert your product key. Once you've installed the version of Windows you will have bought, or yeah, and so yeah, so this is where, if you have another product key, if you're using Windows Home and you want to upgrade to the next, you just have to go to the Microsoft websites, and with this is where you'll find most of your uh, well, what you need to buy a product key. And yeah, it's quite expensive. Yeah, for the common guys out there, it goes for almost $130. That's equivalent to 13,000, like 13,500 Kenya shillings back in Kenya. So yeah, it's quite hefty, but it's worth it. I'm telling you, it's worth it for those of us who can afford that kind of thing. So yeah, that's all you need to know about how to activate Windows. Right now I'm not connected to the internet. I would have shown you the exact process of which you could go through, but more or less these are the few basic things that you would like to know. Another thing I would like to point out is that I actually got a call last night from this guy who has watched some of my videos, and he was like, he's having problems with his connectivities, internet connections. Well, you could just, I'm gonna use this basic procedures as possible. I don't like to complicate things, for the purpose or for the concern of you guys out there. So what you need to check is you need to check your systems. This is what I'm talking about, this system right here. And I recommend that you just like place it on the desktop, because it will be easier to access it from there, or for your task from your task bar or your Windows bar. Or yeah, so well, most of my mandatory things I tend to keep them here, so to have an easier access. So let's get to it. So right here, I'm telling you, this is very important. If you get to know working and what's not running in your computer. So right here, they've listed most of your functions, most of your functions that are running, those functions that are not running. So as you can see here, I have Adobe Acrobat update system that's running fully. It's automatic, and a few things that you need to look at is whether your startup is automatic or manual. Most of us are disabled, and this is where the problem could be. But if you're all running on an automatic startup, that means the problem isn't really here. I'm just giving out an example right now, and I do hope it helps you. So if you're having problems with the internet, your network problems, this is where you need to come. Just look for network connectivity brokers, network connectivity devices. And as you can see, most of mine I set in manual. That's because I really want to choose what I'm trying to get connected to. But I recommend you guys who are out there and don't really you don't really understand what you're doing, or rather you don't have a clear image of what is happening with your PC, and you just want to like automatically allow your PC to take most of your decisions. You could just use your automatic startup, and this will be easier for you. As you can see, I have I'm not actually allowed to do this because this is just a local computer. If it was like some kind of a server or something, it would have been easier, but right now I cannot use that for network connecting. So most of this I cannot actually access them because this is a local computer. But if I was using a hybrid computer, something like that, these are things that I could do. Most of guys, you're having a cyber cafe and or a place where guys can access internet. These are the things that you need to upgrade to. But for those guys who are out there and can accept their wireless internet connectivity, just go down to the bottom and you'll find such things like this. The wired and wired configurations kind of thing. And this is where you need to manually automate your startup so that it's gonna be easier for your computer to detect networks out there, hotspots and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do a preview of, or review it. And yeah, in case I missed out anything, you guys can correct me. In case I never put everything out there, you guys could add. Just don't forget to subscribe, click on that notification. And thanks guys for viewing that video, and it was